We are in the final days of this program, Crystal. Many of you who've recently started meditation, this program, or you would probably by now understand that meditation can bring you great benefits. Yesterday, when Patriji talked about yoga karmasu kaushalam, when I started my practice, and I saw how it impacted my life, how it helped me in my work. What yesterday Patriji talked about now makes so much sense. It makes our work efficient and excellent. As some of you know, when I shared this earlier, I started my meditation practice with no expectations of what it will give. In fact, you might call that it was an accident how I got into meditation. I was not looking for any problem to be solved through meditation. So it seemed like an accident. But as I started practicing and contemplating on some of the incidents in my life, and I started connecting the dots, I realized I was always looking for it. There was this deep desire to know more. The deep desire to feel that oneness. I've always been a nature person, always going out to trek, forests, being with the wild. So many of these things I realized I was always looking for it. I was always looking to understand more about life. So when meditation happened, it became such a joy because it is such a wonderful tool to understand ourselves more. It became clear to me that there is much more than what we are experiencing here. So many of you, probably who are new, as we start contemplating, as we start understanding ourselves more, and we read more, Conversation with God by Neale Donald Walsch. It completely opened me and changed my perspective. But one thing that really deeply impacted was when I attended one of the physical retreats last year in Pyramid Valley. It helped me realize that meditation is for life, because I was like a Kupa Manduka. I don't know if many of you have heard this story about a frog which is living in a well. And it knows only what is there inside the well. So as the water dries up in the well, it thinks that, hey, there is nothing else to do, it is going to die. But another frog decides to jump out of the well. And the moment it does, it sees that there is so much more. So I was like that Kupa Manduka, thinking that what I was living was what it was. But attending this physical retreat, I had a very, very deep experience. And really felt the oneness. So friends, whoever, I know we have this weekend, there is a physical retreat, advanced meditation retreat for manifestation. It really helps to strengthen our practice. It helps to strengthen our own conviction about what meditation can do. Because knowledge and experience completely changes your perspective. So as this week we are talking about service and how service helps our experience, I realized that meditation service is one of the best service. And a form of service is through teaching. So we'll understand. And when I first heard about teaching, I was a bit overwhelmed. But end of the day, teaching is all about sharing. So we'll understand how all of us can start teaching meditation. It's very, very simple. And in many ways, it's our responsibility as well. When you experience the benefits, the best way is to actually share. So we'll understand how we can easily do it and how it is simple. We start with our friends and family, right, and colleagues. I in fact, when I initial days, wherever I would travel, I would just talk about it. I would just talk about meditation, how it is helping me, whether people took it or not. When I went to traveling to a place, I met a friend, a colleague, and end of the session just happened that we just had a 15 minutes meditation. And he actually felt so good. He started calling me after that, how can he continue the practice? So, friends, there is nothing more delightful than sharing this meditation practice. So, after the meditation today, we'll understand and we'll also listen to a lot of experiences. And today, I think being in the final week, we would love to hear many of your experiences, how it has helped. And we'll also listen to some of the experiences of our team. So friends, let's get back into the practice of meditation. We will, for some of you again, I think what we follow is a practice of anapanasati, breath mindfulness meditation, which can be done anywhere, anytime. All we do is sit comfortably, close our eyes, and just observe the normal in-breath and out-breath. So friends, let's relax. I will play the guided meditation music, and we'll get into this wonderful meditation. So relax, close your eyes.
Dear friends, keep your hands on your chest area. With your eyes closed, rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. Can you feel your beautiful heart with that breath energy? Breathe more. And feel your sacred heart, which is the seat of all emotions. Which is binding, which is expanding all life with its love energy, with its gratitude energy. feel the love, the gratitude inside your beautiful heart. Relive a moment from your life of love, of gratitude. Can you feel more of that love energy? Of that gratitude energy? And allow to expand your heart center. We're all connected. Deep inside, we are specks of energy, connected with each other. Yet we are here for our own experience of life. Our experiences are multiplied more and more as we become one with everything and everybody more and more. That is the nature of the reality. Love, gratitude, compassion, appreciation, adventure are all the way to become one with everybody again. Feel the love energy inside the beautiful heart and radiate that energy onto every corner of this planet Earth. Where your attention goes, there the energy flows, dear friend. Friends, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation with your fingers into fingers. Rest your hands comfortably in your lap. And observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. With your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap. And observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath in this meditation. Be with your breath. Become one with that in breath and the out breath. Our initial goal of this meditation, dear friends, is to empty our mind of all thoughts. And slowly we merge into that emptiness. That we really are. Be with your breath. As you are with the breath, notice your breath may be getting lighter. Allow yourself to be with that lighter and shallow in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. It is natural to have thoughts. But when you recognize, come back to gently observing your breath. As you observe the breath, allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. And as the mind is becoming empty, can you feel that emptiness inside your body? Can you feel any sensations in your body as you are becoming one with your breath? become one with your breath and allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. As your mind is empty, observe any sensations in your body. Everything that happens in meditation is absolutely safe. As we withdraw our attention from all the thoughts, we're withdrawing our observation of the matter, our body and our life. And we start experiencing that emptiness and energy in many, many ways. As you are becoming one with your breath, can you feel that emptiness inside your body? Can you sense energies in any part of your body? Every time you recognize you are with your body, you are with your life, I want you to gently go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to slowly become empty of all thoughts. And as you are merging into your breath, can you become aware of the emptiness inside you, all around your body, occupying your room, the more you let go, the more you can become one with that emptiness inside you, all around you. Allow yourself to go into the infinite depths of that emptiness, spreading far and wide, beyond your room, into the edges of this universe. We are less matter and more emptiness and energy. Stay aware of that emptiness where there is no body, where there is no thing, where there's no place and no time. Become aware of that emptiness on your left side. Become aware of that void, that blackness, that emptiness, whatever that may be, on your right side. That's quantum energy field. All emptiness is energy. Connected as a singular field with infinite possibilities and opportunities. Everything we have ever experienced or will experience is here in the form of energy, waiting to happen into a physical reality. The longer we stay in this field as no body, as no thing, the more possibilities we receive into our life. Stay aware of that emptiness. And of that energy. As no body. Allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into that emptiness inside you, all around you, where everything is connected to everything else. And experience your wholeness again, receive your divine self. Friends, it's time to express gratitude. Gratitude for living a beautiful life. Can you be grateful to your parents for giving us this intelligent connection to the universe? Be grateful to your teachers and mentors for expanding our wisdom and making us to be what we are today. Be grateful to all your family, your friends, your colleagues, relatives, partners, for being those beautiful mirrors and helping us learn so many things. For everything we are, in most cases, is a reflection into the other. Be grateful to this grand nature, to the places we go, the things we use, our governments, the companies and systems that support us. Be grateful to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others. Be grateful to this intelligent universe or the quantum field for allowing us to experience so much more in this life. Gratitude is the high state of receivership. Relax your body. Feel your body. Relax yourself and let the autonomous nervous system repair the body. As you relax, recollect your experience from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? And what did you experience? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds to circulate the energy back into your body, and then open your eyes.
Welcome back. Friends, we had a wonderful meditation. As we relax, Lakshmi Madam, you have an announcement?
Yes, sir. Friends, we have sent out quiz number 5 for all those participants who are interested in certification process. We have sent quiz number 5 last night. So request your response at the earliest. Right, that's one. And number 2, we have the book club session. You Can Heal Your Life by 2 wonderful ladies, Meena ma'am and Swapna ma'am today. Post the session starting at 8:15. and Mind to Matter in the evening. So request all of you to be a part of this and share your ideas and share your viewpoints on the subject. These two are beautiful books, right? So yeah, let's enjoy it together. Over to you, Rakesh.
Thank you, madam. Wonderful books.
Yeah.
Heal Your Life and Mind to Matter. Swadhyaya and Sajjan Sangati, I think these two can really enhance your experience. So friends, I think on the topic of teaching, I think the best way is to actually share our experience, share our understanding. That's all we do. So I'd like to have Jagan share his experience.
Hi, Rakesh.
Hi, Jagan. So Jagan has been, part of the Buddha CEO team for quite some time, and he's been doing a wonderful work. I have been inspired by many of his work. So Jagan, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Rakesh, for this opportunity. So, friends, now I'm going to talk about I will talk about my views on the service, then what I'm doing. Okay, so let me start with Mahatma Gandhi. So, in Mahatma Gandhi, if you read his book, so at the early age, he traveled to South Africa, London for studies. If he want, he could earn a lot, but he has not done it. And before he died, he was leaving less than 10 items with him. That is for cooking foods. But he is the father of the nation. How it has possible? He has a strong intention to do the service. And when you do the service, you will get so much improvements in your life. Chandra sir says, if you want to see the drastic improvement in your personality development, the best way is doing the service, not just learning. Yeah, of course, you can get some benefit. But when you're doing the service, you will get ultimate growth in your career. Okay, friends, let me tell what is happiness. For example, if you earn some, you have the target of earning $1 billion, you will get the happiness. Now, with $1 billion, you get the happiness, and behind that, so much of sadness also to maintain them and all those things. Yeah, of course, you will get the happiness, but the definition for the happiness is a state of mind. That means state of mind. That's all. So if you maintain that state of mind, then you don't need any money or those things. If you don't have anything also, you will be so happy. So that's why, so for example, if you take the examples, there are some billionaires who need a pill to sleep. They don't get the sleep naturally because they earn so much and they wanted to secure all those things. But NGOs, they don't take any salary. It takes and they don't need any tablet. They simply they do tight sleep. They get tight sleep, and they will be most happiest persons on the earth. But why? He is not earning anything. But why he is so happy? Why his state of mind is so happiness compared to a billionaire? Because the seva, your intention to serve others, to do the service to others, make you so much happy. Because, and also when you're doing the seva, don't think that you're doing a great job. These things, it's kind of a selfishness also, because you are getting very much happiness in your service that is for yourself, and at the same time other person also getting benefit, right? So you could do the service as much as possible. For example, if you have 100 rupees, then give 1 rupee for the service. That's all. And never think that I do not have money to. Many people, generally I'm talking about, many people think that, okay, I want to donate, but I don't have the money right now. When I get this much money, then I will do that. All the time they will think like that. Okay, I will donate, but I will, when I get this much of money, then I will donate. So what's happening here? They are always keeping that lack consciousness in their mind. When they get, they will do that. So there is a nature's law that is like if you're thinking something constantly, that will sink into, that idea will sink into your subconscious mind, that will manifest. So that here you are manifesting the lack consciousness. If I get, I will donate. So over the period of time, you see all those miserables in your life because you are doing that. So service means what? It's giving the money, the service. Yeah, of course, that's also service, but may not be always, because Mahatma Gandhi has done a service. He don't have any money and is the father of the nation. What he has done? See, there are three things: tan, man, dhan. Chandra sir always says that, I always wanted to service in whichever the way it is, tan, man, dhan. And if you take, if you see that nature has given the unbiased nature. See, now you understood, right? Like to happiness, the state of mind is the happiness, right? If you maintain that state of mind as happiness, then your blissful life. So friends, see the nature of nature's quality of unbiased gift to everyone, because a normal person, a poor person, a beggar also can be happy by changing his attitude. So that means a beggar also can be blissful life. And in normal parts, you don't need really a skill or talent to be a good happy state of mind. It's all, how do you think? If you're thinking always I'm happy, that's all. You don't need anything. That's how the yogis in the Himalayas, all those things. So friends, we have to understand that the state of mind is so important, and that can be possible if you don't have anything. But if you have the pure intention, and if you have the pure intentions to serve others, that will come automatically, and your life will be blissful. And you always remember that freeness has tremendous power. For example, if you're doing something for the free, that generates the tremendous power from that one, because the free has that quality. Just you see that nature's elements like water, light, sunlight, those are all free. But if they're angry, that completely, it can it can do calamities, right? So that's why the free has tremendous power to generate good. And if it is angry, it creates troubles also, right? So that is the reason, always if you are doing something, think about as a service, you will get very happy, and other person also will take this one. So other than this one, now I would like to share what I'm doing. Okay, so I came to my village, and because of the lockdown, when I was working in office, it was very difficult to get 5 days leave. But now, since 11 months, I am in my village. I'm doing the work from home. At the same time, I inspired by Chandra sir, because he has done a great service. So I came to my village, and I'm teaching the meditation. And recently, I built the pyramid to teach the meditation. And I can also show my pyramid that is going to inaugurated by Chandra sir by this October 5th. You can see this one. And when I went to Hyderabad recently for magazine inauguration, Chandra sir told Patriji, like in my village is Tekulagudam in Warangal. Patriji said, like when I am coming to that route, I will visit your house. That's a great thing. And I request who are all staying nearby to Warangal, please come on October 5th for my pyramid inauguration. And there are many pyramid masters coming to my home to do the great seva. The final thing I would like to say is, so the good people are there everywhere. Only thing is they need one platform to come to one place and do the seva. So I'm doing the same thing. What Chandra sir is doing is, I am also doing a little, I inspired from the Chandra sir, I'm doing a little seva. I'm creating a platform to take all great masters here, and we will try to spread the meditation, because I know that meditation has so much power. So I do not need to tell anything, because you would have heard so many experiences, how you can manifest your health and how can manifest your material money. All those things are possible, right? So friends, do the seva without any expectations, and you need a strong intention. That's all. You don't need anything. If you have the strong intention, it will manifest. I thought of building the pyramid, and obviously it's almost done. Thank you, Rakesh, for this opportunity.
Wonderful, wonderful, Jagan. Amazing, right? Great to see the pyramid coming up. And I know you've been teaching in your village as well. So thank you for the service, and thank you for sharing your experience. Yes, I think one wonderful, right? I think it all starts with an intention. Teaching, when I heard about teaching from Chandra initially, I was overwhelmed. I wanted to teach, but again, I think it seems so, I mean, how much do I know? I don't know anything, right? But he's talking about teaching. But it starts with an intention. And I realized soon enough, end of the first 40-day session, I said, okay, let me go ahead. And I got my team. I arranged a meditation session for about 21 days for my team. I just announced it. I had no plan. I had no idea what I'm going to talk about or what I'm going to share. And about 20 people joined, just about 20 people. But that intention really helped me get over my ego self. So teaching is all about just sharing our experience, whatever little that we know. It doesn't have to be that you have to know everything before you teach. Like Patriji always says, you know ABCD, you teach ABCD. That's all. And what we do is we just have a major emphasis on the practice, because again, meditation is a skill for knowing oneself. So, and for that, practice is the most important part. So if you have a session for 1 hour, we do at least 30 minutes of meditation. And allow for people to share and ask questions. This is another most important thing. Because sharing is the best way to learn. So, and allow some part of that time slot to just share some knowledge. And we get that through books. We get through today we have so much content on YouTube. On the Buddha's YouTube channel itself, we have so much of content. You can just go day-wise, you have so many different videos where you can pick knowledge, and obviously your own experience. So we start with our own experience. And this is something that I really caught on early on. One sentence of your experience is most important than a entire day of sharing some other experience, right? Some other knowledge. So your experience, we talk a lot more about our own experience, whatever little, right? So of course, we read books. We read books because that helps us to understand more. Two books that really helps, and especially when you're teaching meditation, is the Meditation is Easy. It's very easy, and Art and Science of Meditation gives a lot of knowledge about some of the experiences. Are all the experiences that you can go through. Most of the experiences. So reading that one will help your own understanding and will also help share that knowledge with others. And again, it doesn't have to be formal. It doesn't have to be a lot of people. Like I said, when I announced, hardly 20 people joined in the first day, and over a period of time, there was times when there is only one person, but that one person teaching or sharing my experience and doing meditation, it helped me overcome my ego self. I realized at that point in time, things happen through me and not by me. And we don't have to do, again, I think it can be to your team, it can be at your family, wherever, it doesn't matter. We just start. We start with an intention. And encourage people to meditate in a group. The group energies makes a lot of difference. It helps. Like what we are doing now, the group meditation, there is a lot more energy experience. So we encourage meditation in a group, right? And one other aspect is about being accessible, right? So we make friends. If you really truly understand, teaching meditation is all about making new friends. So we become friends by being accessible to them. They may have questions, they may want to understand, because initially, as you understand, initial days are a lot of questions. So those questions get answered either when somebody shares their experience or when you ask the question. So when you are accessible, it builds their commitment and confidence to continue the practice. Right? We encourage people to read books. While we read books and understand, each one gets information from books from their own reading. So we encourage reading books, and we trust the process. First and foremost, and the most important of all, is trusting the process. We just let it go. We don't expect. We know meditation gives benefits, right? But it gives benefits in different ways. So we don't set any expectations of how meditation will happen, what kind of experiences people will go through. We trust the process. We don't force anybody. Of course, my team was there, and being a boss, I could have, right? But then the end of the day, it is about their willingness or their commitment. So people will take it up. When they see commitment in you, they will take it up. I know many in my team continue to practice today. But also understand, I think the final aspect, right? Teaching meditation is not for others. That I learned. It is for your own learning. Jagan talked about selfless service, right? In a lot of sense, yes, but deeply it is also selfish. Because the more you teach, the more you learn. It reinforces the concepts. The cells that fire together, wire together, right? Our neural networks become stronger as we teach. So understand that teaching is a great way to learn more. So friends, there are plenty of opportunities for us to share and teach meditation. So I would highly encourage each of you do take up maybe just one person, if it is one, just jump in, right? Because when we trust the intelligence around us, things become magical. I know many are silently teaching. And I actually would love to hear from Ratnavel. He's been so enthusiastic, so doing so many things. So I would love to hear from Ratnavel about his experience of being a facilitator, how it's helping. And I know he's let him talk about it. Ratnavel.
Yes. So thank you so much for that introduction, Rakesh sir. And yes, it's a wonderful journey and so far. And Jagan sir really, nice. He has explained about Mahatma Gandhi, how he carries the 10 things. In fact, the Mahatma Gandhi, when I read about the book of Mahatma Gandhi, so that actually changed. Before that, I'm seeing in the Mahatma Gandhi, wherever the poster, what is this person is actually, this old person, and we usually see in the rupee notes only, right? But whenever if it is an Independence Day or something like that, then only that kind of, we get to know Mahatma Gandhi or all the freedom fighters. But when I read that book, he's really a Mahatma, not just an Atma. So it's a wonderful. And he usually tells the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. So with that, his quote, so my journey with Buddha CEO, on the service aspects, when I approached even Rakesh sir that, I would like to, I think I can volunteer something to start with on the service stuff. Then I could not able to focus or do much actually what I was actually planning for. Then still I was actually okay. Let me do it. Do some other volunteering activities. So that's how I landed in. First initially as a book club facilitator, I was just a plain participant. Yeah, the person who was actually thinking reading a book actually is a waste of time. That's what I was thinking. But the book, whichever the read, it has impacted me a lot and lot. So the first book, You Are the Placebo, and then the next book, the You Can Heal Your Life, And then I was just keep on reading. Wherever I go, I always carry the book, no matter whether, whichever, if the waiting time, if it is in any other, travel, or if there is some 15-20 minutes you get some time, just open up the book. And then, I don't care what others thinking, because I was the person, what others will think, what they will comment on me or something like that. But I don't have anything like that. Just keep on reading, make use of the every moment, make use of the time. That is what that one thing. Second one thing is the meditation makes you the feeling of oneness. Like I feel, I don't see that other person sitting in Ahmedabad or other person sitting in Mumbai or Calcutta or any part of the world as a different person, right? Before meditation, I used to think that, oh no, it is something, he is different and I'm different. That's kind of a notion that, but the meditation dissolves all that. So I feel very closeness. I mean, the oneness. If someone is actually there, present, having some challenge. So through team, as a team facilitator, I interacted with them one-on-one. Had a very, I'm really happy that, the conversation which I had, that enabled them to come over from the depression, that enabled them to come over from, to continue the meditation. So many challenges. So when I see the progress or the changes in others, I really felt really happy. I don't know whether if I have some 100 crores, I will have that happiness or not. But when I see that changes in others, I really felt happy. So it feels really okay. Yes, he or she is from my team. That kind of pride that I carried. So I'm actually spent some days, goes being as a team facilitator, interact with them, remind them, and have a conversation, phone call sometimes. And there will be some office time. I work in office as well, so there will be some. But what happens is, when we, as you're doing the team facilitator volunteering, things will automatically line up. You don't need to worry about, oh no, I have only 1 hour, I have only 2 hours. I cannot actually allocate time for this person or talking to this person. Automatically things, the universe will automatically, make you that, maybe the meeting in the office actually will not happen that time or will not, make it up. So you just will have some extra time, or the deadline, whatever in the office, automatically shift it to next time something. You will have some extra time. So that's how it actually takes up all these things. So I'm when some of the participants in even the past as a team facilitator, when I have some focus challenges, my college, my daughter is having challenges, when I had a great interactions and the meditation, when the suggestions, the tips, whatever I learned when I was a team facilitator. So it's not the primary reason I should say this. When I was struggling a lot, even Lakshmi ma'am, I asked in one of the breakout session, how I can focus the breath in my nose. Okay, here or here or here. This was, I believe, in second 40 days or something like that. So, and she has given, tip how you can, focus like that. So these, every team facilitator, helped me in my way to bring up the place where I'm actually standing now, right? So the Sujinoyer ma'am and everyone, Namita ma'am, they are all, I was they are all team facilitators for me as well. So I really help, they really helped me to, bring up in this. So when I was, helped me in that, they actually did their best to make it out. So it's my, naturally it came to me like, okay, let me give my best actually to when I'm the team facilitator. So that's how I'm actually, supporting everyone. Okay, if it is a 1 hour call or 30 minutes call, I sometimes the call actually with the participant goes to 1 hour or 1.5 hours or something like that, but I don't feel the time, it flies like that. But at the end of that call, okay, if somewhere, if I'm able to make a small change in their life, their day, then I'm really happy. So that is one thing. And second thing is being a book facilitator, being it unleashed my creativity. So okay, let me actually do how can I do something like this different? And the feedback, someone actually criticizes you or something like that. Okay, how I can do better and better. So this is how actually coming up to me. And so as a team facilitator, the first thing is I am having really many friends. That is the number one. So my it limited to the office only, or to some extent, the where your college or your school. Even after some time, that group will actually, the college or school, everything limited to only in WhatsApp. Very rarely you connect, one or two people from your college or school. But after coming to meditation, I could able to see the friendliness. Everyone is actually working very selflessly. I could able to interact, Lakshmi ma'am, Rakesh sir, Arvind sir, Veena ma'am, and everyone is really doing awesome. So that inspires to do more and more. And so the first thing is many friends. You feel oneness with everyone. You don't feel everyone. Someone is different. You are from this person. You are from this region. You are from this part of India. Nothing like that. I feel really, really happy. The oneness, that is very much. The second thing is, I should say, yes, when even the Manjushri ma'am in the last time when she was sharing, that's in my life, so far, when I could able to see the transformation from her, the way that she brought up. Literally, I cried. There were tears in my eyes. I never ever, had that very. I believe when I watch some films in the past or something, I may get some tears, but very rarely. But when seeing the transformation from your team, you get tears. That's I felt even shared. So that's a profound happiness or something like that. I had it. So that drives me always. Okay, let me do the best to everyone. So I'm really happy, and everywhere I'm getting inspiration from everyone. So I'm sure, and you refer it to your friends. And initially I thought that I should not share it to my friends or something like that initial period of time, because I feel better. I should not share it. But later, when you start meditating, the perception keeps changing. Just like Patriji said, the seed is after that it germinates 2 leaves, 3 leaves, 4 leaves. It moves to one perception to another perception, and it also grows, right? So same thing, when you do meditate, everything, you will grow, your perception change. You will your book, the way that I given you a simple thing. The first thing is, the person who thought I spent just spending 1 hour meditation is actually challenge for me, then I did it. The second time, spending an hour actually for book reading is actually challenge. Then now you can see I'm as a book club facilitator. Even I also help another book club also. So third thing is, as a team facilitator, when Pradeep also approached me, can you do that team facilitating? No, I'm already spending this and this. How I can spend, whether it will, my time will be like. Then Chandra sir always says, don't keep the time and space in your head. Just move out of that. That actually drives. Just I moved that. I'm also doing that. And apart from that actually makes me. And I will always think that my routine, okay, 10:30 or 10 o'clock, my sleep, that's it. So that's how I fixed it. So meditation breaks all these things. It pushes the limit. Okay, 10:30, 11 or 11:30, 12. Still, you get up very early and then fresh and everything. So that's how I'm actually into it. So my food is optimized. Many benefits. If I need to share, I believe I will take everyone's of time. So I would like to hear from everyone. Thank you.
Tell a brief about. I know you started teaching.
Yes.
So talk about that briefly, and I know
yes,
just 30 seconds.
Okay, sure. Yes. So there was in my office, there was a kind of little escalation, I would say. In IT terms, they will call escalation. If there is something is not going in a way that whatever the customer needs, so they will just complain. So that kind of stuff actually happened. So what happened is, there was a tussle, and then there was a little heated things in between the team. Then I just felt that. So in offline, I used to share everyone that please do meditation. It will help your physical, your mental, everything like that. I often give the experience, but out of all, the one person they have picked it up, I believe he also there. So the next day onwards, he is there actually, and then doing. Okay, and the moment which I shared, he started from the next day, and his mother also started doing after that, because of the changes he is seeing. So that's really had happiness for me. Okay, I think that that sharing actually made his mother and to do that. So that is one thing. And second time is, then I also spoke to Chandra sir. I believe you have to take it to I believe you have to take it to your team. That's what he said, meditation. The next day I actually started, okay, 15 minutes, not more than that. Because everyone thinks that, I don't have time. That's okay. I just 15 minutes mindful practice. I just put it and then just the YouTube video, nothing else. So just 5 minutes or 4 minutes, I'll talk about some concept or just, that nothing else. So I clearly restricted that, this 15 minutes just for yourself. No more talking about work, nothing about work. Even there was a Ratnavil, actually there is one user, actually we need to talk about work. I said, let's not talk about anything work, just 15 minutes for us. We are not actually now office or something like that. We started. I got the immediate feedback next day that one of the person that after a long time I'm actually sleeping very well without having any disturbed sleep. I'm really feeling happy. Next day again she sent that I'm really feeling a good sleep, had a good sleep, and I had a positive experiences. After that, I could see the positive bonding in the team. And last Saturday, I didn't tell anyone that, hey, there is some work, we have to do it. I didn't tell anything. They themselves came to, taken the responsibility and then started doing the work, and they have completed it. So that's how, automatically the things started coming up just, doing this 15 minutes. And even the Sunday, as Rakesh sir mentioned, only one person turned up. I didn't stop. I let me do it. And that's fine. After sometimes they will get to the practice, slowly they will actually feel that difference. So yes.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ratnavil. Amazing, right? Again, I think one seed, we don't know where it will spread. So friends, again, we just jump in, and what I can learn from Ratnavil is we just don't have any expectations. We just go in. And our enthusiasm, our conviction, what Ratnavil's conviction prompted everybody to follow, right? So our conviction in our own practice is all that is needed, and our intention. Wonderful experience, Ratnavil. You're doing a wonderful job. Thank you. Thank you for being part of the team. It's great to see your energy, right? All of us are benefiting from that. So thank you. So friends, I know it's formal. We are end of the formal time, but I know we would love to hear the session. I know your sharings will continue. Yes, Lakshmi.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was wonderful hearing to both the masters. So just I would like to add one line before I introduce the next participants. See, when we talk about service, it could be knowledge, time, energy, or money sharing. It could be any of these. Right? One small sentence is in the epic Ramayana, out of all the people who have really helped Lord Rama to do the whatever karyam he was doing, one of the name that comes in mind is squirrel also. The squirrel who helped Rama in constructing the bridge. So no matter how small or big thing is, there is always an opportunity for us to contribute. That's what I personally feel. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Vikrant, we have Vikrant ji. Yes, Vikrant ji, you can introduce yourself. Where are you from? What are you doing? And please share your experience.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Go ahead, Vikrant. Yeah.
We can.
Good morning, sir. Thank you, ma'am and sir, for giving me this opportunity to speak. Initially, I was not speaking much, sir, because I was just gathering my experience as to before I start sharing my views. I should have something worthwhile to speak, sir. I am new to meditation, sir. I've joined the Crystal program, and before that, I had just attended that 3 days awake program. But that 3 days program built in a desire inside me to know more. And after these 30 days, I have a stronger desire to continue this journey. It's been really transformative for me, sir. It's been an overwhelming experience for me. Meditation actually gave me more than I desired, sir. It has given me peace. It has given me calm. It has given me the kind of intellect development which I desired for myself. And it has more so created a greater kind of a service bhav sir, seva bhav it has generated inside me, sir. I want to talk to people about meditation. Over past 30 days, sir, I have transformed my food habits. My routine has changed, sir. My reading habit, I had a reading habit, but it has been reinforced again and again by speakers and facilitators and masters in the book club, by Chandra sir regularly saying that yes, we should meditate again more and more, sir. Talking about Ratna sir, Ratnivel sir is my facilitator, sir, and I was just like to talk about him. He's more than indulged into making all of us push ourselves forward, make every possible effort. And second is Lakshmi ma'am, who keeps on, despite the time of the day and whatever, she keeps on pushing our newsletters, news. And like today, she gave me an opportunity to speak. I'm really grateful to her. Ma'am is taking a book club, and that has really given us an insight into how should we deal with our children, which is very, very important, sir. And one more amazing thing about meditation is, sir, it has made me reach out to people without even thinking who they are, what they are, whether I like that particular individual or not. I just want to reach out to that individual, talk to him for some time, and listen more. Initiate a talk and listen more. Earlier, what used to happen, I used to talk more and probably cut people in between, and just wanted to share a viewpoint of mine. But now I don't want to. I just want to listen because I perceive more. I've started perceiving more, being more calm. And even when somebody is listening, that phrase, be with your breath, always there. I'm listening, I'm breathing, again being more calm. I'm reading something, again I'm always focusing on my breath. That is how I'm moving ahead, sir. It's really a great experience, sir. I'll not take much time because I believe other speakers also would like to share their experience. I really want to continue the journey, sir. I was really like scared in between when the mindful session got ended, and I thought, what now in the evening? But now Ratnivel sir shared few videos of Chandra sir. Now, thankfully, and sir, we are doing meditation 3 times a day. Me and my wife both had joined this program, and we are really grateful that the journey started for us. And we hope it to be a very, very, very long one. And walking together with all of you, it's a great experience. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you, Vikrant. Great to hear that experience. Yes, we become non-judgmental. We don't assume anything about others, because at that state, it becomes so much easier we become open, right? And great to hear that you're practicing 3 times. Yes, I think that is, if I remember, I mean, it became an addiction for me as well. Anytime, anywhere, I would just sit. Right? And absolutely, and great experiences. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, PK Jainji.
Good morning, you all masters on the journey with me called life. What I understood from service is true reality of nature and true nature of reality. Nature gives us all anything and everything free, and grows more and more and more. So when we give or share anything with anyone, the word is giving, but giving is taking two. It's one, because I'm not giving to someone, because in that state there is no you and me. We all are one. And when it is being given, I don't give, it is being given. I don't give, it is being given. And in that process, this happiness, abundance, quantumness, oneness, wholeness is experienced in free as a bonus, because we can't give anything to anyone. Nature gives us all. nature gives us all, and through us it is being given to many. That is what I understood. And blissness, happiness comes in free as a bonus as we become and experience oneness and wholeness and quantumness through this process of giving, being given. आज चंद्रा
Yeah.
जी कहाँ पर हैं?
Yeah, he is traveling, but yes. Thank you for sharing, PK. I think we would love to see you actually.
I'll take 1 minute more. Something popped out during meditation from within me is I want to share those words of Kabir Das ji. सब धरती कागज करूं, लेखनी सब बन राय, सात समंदर की मसी करूं, तब गुण लखा न जाए. अगर पूरी धरती के कागज बना दें, सब बनों का, सभी पेड़ों के कलम बना दें, पेन बना दें, और सातों समंदर की शाही इंक भी बना दें, तब भी बुद्धा सीईओ आप लोगों के, चंद्रा जी के, श्रेयांश जी के, आपके 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 सबके, लक्ष्मी जी के, राकेश जी के गुणों को नहीं लिखा जा सकता है. ड्यूरिंग दीज प्रोग्राम्स बोलती 100% बंद हो जाती है, फिर भी कुछ कुछ अंतरात्मा से, अंदर से इंट्यूटिवली निकल के तो आता है. सो थैंक यू वेरी मच टू यू ऑल फ्रॉम डीप 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 कोर्स ऑफ माय ट्रू बीइंग.
Thank you, PK Jainji. Next time we do want to see you as well. I know we love to hear, but would love to see you as well. Hope to get do that.
Sure, Rakesh ji, sure. Rakesh means divine light. Prakash, divine light. So you are the light, enlightening many people in large. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Dr. Satyaji.
Good morning. Am I audible to all? Am I audible?
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning, Rakesh ji. It is a great opportunity to have a conversation with all of you. My sincere gratitude to Rakesh ji, Ratnabel ji, Chandra ji. More focusedly, Namita ma'am and Lakshmi ma'am. From where we start these programs. I join in this program through you by seeing the Facebook. But now after joining, I observed there is three things. This is the most important thing is that when we are talking about the challenges, from birth to death, there is one thing is important, what is the breathness. This when the sign of life comes from the birth, by the respirations, by the breath. And when we depart the soul from this universe, the death is the breathness was gone. Between these two words, B and D, there is a C. C is the challenges. This, so it is the part of the process, and it is the this quantum physics or the meditation which teaches, which give a scope to how to overcome these challenges. How to overcome these challenges and how we not take as a challenges, we think it is an opportunities, so that we can overcome and grow day by day. This is the one thing. The second thing was the Buddha CEO Foundation giving me, or I think it is giving opportunity to everyone to connect, cultivate, and communicate to the others and contribute to the society at a large. So this is the forum where we can communicate to each other, connect to each other, because connecting to a good personalities and a effective persons and a learning or having the enthusiasm and the clarity, the science behind the meditations, give clarity and understanding for everyone. This is the forum where we can connect to each other. I personally connect most of some of you direct by over phone, not by this means. I connected Ratnabel ji for different aspects. I discuss a lot, even in the late part of night at 9:30, 10. So it is a good experience to talking all of you and during the meditation as well. And it is also cultivate how to improve by self, not looking the others. So how to improve myself or improve the self ones, and then how to contribute. It is not true. I learn the things and keeping with me. If know the things and not practicing it, it is equal to I don't know the things. So this, if I know the things and contribute to the others, then the knowledge will grow, and we can grow by day. So this is the forum where we can get all these three connections, cultivations, and contributions. So this is a great learning for me. I hope it is when actually if I start my journey about my journey in this meditation. The first 40 days program seen in the Buddha CEO in the Facebook, I think to join, but somehow I missed that one. The second 40 days I join and very meticulously follow this from the day one. And it is a great learnings. Now I think why I missed this first one. If I join in the first one, then it is the second one I can learn more. So thank you very much for all of you for your be accept as a member or the greatest family. So I thanks to all of you. My gratitude to all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, Dr. Satya. Yes, connect, cultivate, and contribute. Amazing. And definitely, we all have the opportunity to contribute. And again, I think there's no better way than by teaching or sharing this meditation wisdom and practice with somebody else, right? I mean, that is the biggest contribution that we can do. And there's no higher than this. If you make anybody independent, what else do you need? So, love to hear you, taking it to your friends, family, organizations, right? Wherever that you're working, and any way that we can support, we will definitely do.
Yeah, I'm already starting sharing with my friends and the colleagues to whom I work with. We'll try to meet number of people in between. I hope they can join. And in the coming programs, they are started. Some of them are have number of discussions we had. So we hope they will join, or they will start, or we can start the same in the groups. Rakesh, can I ask? Can you share the numbers of the team members so that whenever, like I made the Ratnavel sir once asked the numbers. If you can share the numbers, Lakshmi ma'am or the Buddha CEO team members at the masters, so that whenever required, I can. I personally feel I can connect with you personally over phone.
Yeah, again, I think we are part of the group. We have a team facilitator can help. Whoever you want to connect, we are definitely there.
Okay.
Right. So,
thank you.
Yes, Sridhar.
I'm sorry, I'm in the airport. So I just wanted to clarify one thing with Dr. Satya said. The C in between B and D is not challenge, it's choice.
Yeah, thank you.
So you make your own choices. You are the master of your destiny. So you make your own choices. So your choice to be happy, you will be happy. Your choice to be sad, you will be sad.
Thank you.
And those are the number of choices which you make. So what meditation does is it gives you the clarity to make better choices.
Yes. Thanks.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Right. Again, I think meditation helps you build that awareness, and then it's a choice, right?
Yeah,
then it was unconscious
choices.
choice. Yeah.
It's all choices. So if your mind is calm and then peaceful, you make better choices.
Yeah.
And if your mind is agitated and then you are not in the mood, you definitely make a bad choice.
Yes.
So as Patriji says, meditation is solution for everything. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sridhar. Yes, wonderful. Yes, friends, I know we are close to this one. Anybody else would like to share? We would want to hear, especially people who are fairly new. Anybody who want to share their experience? Otherwise, Meenaji, good to see you, Meenaji and Mukulji. Good to see you both.
Hi Rakesh. Hi Rakesh ji.
Yes.
It's actually I am not new. Mukul is new, but I see the changes in him. This is his first session, and I see some changes that I'm like really pleasantly happy, surprised about it. He's a very calm person. So, but he loves everything he's a perfectionist, everything very clean, neat, waking up 5 o'clock in the morning. And I felt like before he would want me to kind of do that. And now he has like completely calmed down. He's okay if I'm not getting up until 7:30. He doesn't make noise. He does his things quietly. Even like, in terms of cleaning things in the house and all that, he just quietly does it instead of looking at me like, why haven't I done it? Great changes.
Wonderful. Yes. Yeah, we no longer yearn for perfection, but more being good at what we do. And yes, thank you. Good to see when everybody around us are also meditating, right?
Yes.
Rakesh sir,
Yes.
about the MMR event, can you please?
Yeah, so friends, as I was saying, so this Saturday we are starting the Advanced Meditation and Manifestation Retreat in Pyramid Valley, Bangalore. I mentioned, how being physically in the valley and experiencing that completely changes your. It gives a quantum shift to our practice and our experience. So do participate. The registrations, I believe, are still open. I would request all of you to take this opportunity. 6 days of intense practice will change your life completely. So do encourage yourself and people around you to participate. Yes, friends. So thank you for joining. We'll meet back again tomorrow. In the last 2 days, again, I think continue to encourage people to share their experience. And I think some of you have asked for the magazine shortly. I think today we will have the link open on the website where you can request and sponsor the magazines, right? So it's thank you for following up and reaching out. We'll definitely be available today and we'll communicate through all the groups. Yes, Koti, what do we do?
May the light of 1,000 suns shine through. Live the life of grace that